Foot and mouth disease strikes the United States after years of being FMD free. This outbreak was completely accidental, and the virus is spreading throughout Texas and surrounding areas. The outbreak starts with a simple Texas farmer that has a moderate herd of 75 Angus cross cows with 60 feeder yearlings that he is preparing to sell at the stockyard. A great opportunity is presented to the farmer, and he gets to go on the hunting trip of a lifetime. The farmer travels to Gorno Alta, Russia, which as of December 2017 is not considered clear of foot and mouth disease, according to the OIE. The farmer travels to Moscow and then to Barnaul, where he will take the 13-and-a-half-hour drive to the hunting camp. During this 12-day excursion, the farmer goes on hunts for Morel stag, Siberian roebuck, and wild boar. He manages to bag 2 trophies, and it is during this time that he comes in contact with the foot and mouth disease virus. During all the excitement, the dirty hunting clothes and boots are packed away without a second thought. The hunting trip is now over, but the farmer decides to meet up with his family, who is vacationing in France, before returning home to Texas, with the virus packed away in his suitcase as well as in his navel cavity. The farmer returns to his normal day-to-day operations once he is home. This includes vaccinating, feeding, and preparing the yearlings for sale. These actions are all hands-on, and the herd has now been exposed to the virus, and in about 5 days they will start to show signs of illness. Before the signs begin to show, the yearlings are headed to the stockyard in Decatur, Texas. This stockyard has one entrance that all animals enter and exit through. This means that the contaminated trailer and animals must enter here so all other animals can potentially become exposed to the virus. The animals also have nose-to-nose contact with other healthy herds. The farmer also spreads the virus by shaking hands and hugging some of his friends that he has not seen in a while. The sale goes on as normal, and the yearlings are sold off to 2 different feedlots, one in Minneapolis, Kansas, the other Stapleton, Nebraska, thus taking the virus across state lines. The virus is now spreading and multiplying within the livestock. The clinical signs start to appear in the herd. The cattle now have a fever, blister-like sores around the lips, tongue, and mouth. The sores can also appear between the hooves and begin to appear on the teats. This disease has to be reported once it is suspected, and farmers will be put under quarantine. The infected or even healthy animals that are in the same herd will be euthanized and disposed of. This will result in a huge loss for the cattle industry, and it will likely affect the sheep, goat, and swine industries if there are farms in close proximity to these affected areas. Texas is the number 1 producer of cattle and calves in the United States. That is 13% of cattle inventory in the USA. Texas also ranks number 1 in meat goats and number 3 in dairy goat production. It is not the largest swine producer. However, Texas ranks 13th, so even that market will make a large impact. The loss of beef production will cause a lot of farmers to lose their income, and once the disease makes its way into the media, the public will not likely buy beef products. The price of beef will also skyrocket for those who still buy it, and international trade will halt until the country is determined to be foot and mouth disease free once again. The effects of this disease will cause a decline in the food inventory as well. It will leave many people without jobs for an undetermined period of time. The economy will take a major hit, and it will take a long time for infected areas to regain normalcy. The once busy feedlots and stockyards will seem empty until production can return to what it once was.